What's going on? YouTube, what's going on, man? I apologize. Short notice. I had some stuff to do, but I want to stay on this stuff. So I'm like, you know what? Let's give this a good 30 minutes. Okay. Let's give this a very good 30 minutes so we can get everything in. Uh, if you are wondering why I haven't made the O'Shea videos, um, I was looking at my tabs today for some of the things that I had queued up for O'Shea Duke Jackson um, some months ago. But when we had that conversation, I decided that I was not going to use that material. And it looks like I've lost quite a lot of it. So I have to go back and start researching those files. So I figured I'm going to defer these O'Shea videos. So because I don't want to go, he's a bigger YouTube channel. Uh, he has a more loyal following. He's more consistent. So it's going to be, of course, a bigger fight. And if I'm going to go out and fight, I usually want to go with all the tools that I have. And it feels like I didn't have enough. So it'll be maybe another week. Within this upcoming week, I'll start getting all my O'Shea materials together. I found out that I even deleted all my old videos of O'Shea. That's how good I did for him, right? I went back to my main channel, and I deleted all the old videos of O'Shea. I deleted them just because I was trying to keep a deal and be honest, but it looks like that was a mistake. And because that was a mistake, I really apologize to my audience for misreading this. It happens, but I think right about mid-July to early August, it's gonna be relentless O'Shea videos. I'm talking about putting out as many videos as O'Shea puts out. So if O'Shea makes 3 videos a day, I'll make 3 videos a day. If he makes 5 videos a day, I'll make 5 videos a day. I'm going to do as much content as he does, all his channels combined. If he produces 10 videos a day, I'll produce 10 videos a day. The only difference is my videos are going to be strictly targeting O'Shea Duke Jackson. It's not going to be like, I'm not even going to talk about anything else. I'm just going to be an O'Shea channel, okay? So buckle up, it's coming. And also another reason why I don't want to be distracted with Austin Holloman. And the reason I don't want to be distracted with Austin Holloman is we have him in a corner. So I don't want to start moving towards O'Shea and then just give Austin a break. I want to crush him all the way. We got him right there where we're supposed to. So I'm just gonna rather focus on getting Austin Holloman till he hits the ground. And then once I'm done with Austin, shit, I got all the time in the world to do an O'Shea, but I'm not making any deals with him. No, he's not paid me off. Nobody pays me on YouTube. You know, you can't do what I do if you are corrupt. Okay? So my friend, no, Rainbow the God, no, salute to Kobe, salute to Rainbow the God. Your boss is in the house. No. These content creators cannot pay me. That's the beauty of this, right? They can't pay me off. I just don't have adequate material because I publicly said I wasn't going to go after him and I thought it was going to hold. So I really never went after him. And it looks like all the tabs that I had open, because that was like 3 months ago, I couldn't go back in history to find all the things that I had open. Man, I had like court documents of his parents' issues in court. I had a whole docket in front of me. And now I have to go back and look for it. But I will find it, okay? I just need to find all that stuff and then let it trickle in because trust me, it's going to happen, okay? Why won't I take it? O'Shea even grows my channel more than Austin Holloman. So why won't I take the deal, right? This is a freebie. And O'Shea is still doubling down. So of course I have to hit O'Shea. I just saw that he's posting posted a video talking about me and Sheku. Then he had a community post talking about putting me in sandals and talking all kinds of shit. So obviously, O'Shea is now targeting me directly. So of course, I have to give it. You know how it goes, equal proportion. But it could also be a psyop. These people trying to help his boy Austin Holloman. So he's trying to get in there to see if I can take some of the heat off. No, let's be done with Austin, then I'll deal with O'Shea. I think I would say by Sunday, you're gonna start seeing the first set of O'Shea videos. I mean, O'Shea is already in my thumbnail in a video tonight. Okay, so if you go to the main channel, O'Shea is chilling with the YNs on the thumbnail. So we've already started, okay? But his direct content is going to come probably starting Sunday. Sunday into next week, it'll be crazy O'Shea stuff, man. I'm going to unveil some of the things. I'm going to start getting into Uganda and hoping to talk to some people that have worked with him directly. This is going to be very intense, and for you guys that have followed me long term, when I say I'm doing something intense, it's going to be intense. Okay, you guys are here because we're doing Austin Holloman intense. All right. Okay, let me know how we sound. Let me greet you guys. Kobe, the So What Feminist is in the house. Greetings to you. Yabaz, greetings. Rainbow the God. JP5 is in the house. Greetings to you. MS Optimistic, salute. Jerry, salute to you. Greetings to you. Let's go ahead and get these videos. This is a short clip from David Smith, and then we'll get the main video from Holloman himself. Let's go.
You say what? You say again? I didn't hear what he said. What he said? What do you say?
I think in the video or something here.
No, I'm just talking. We're talking to the. We're just talking to the camera.
Those things are people are complaining about. Can you see it on the issue?
So I mean,
I can't even see. I can only see myself in the
Do
video.
y'all see anybody else in the background that would possibly be complaining? I'll wait.
There's literally somebody that has sent a photo of me and sent a message about this long, like a bitch. Sent a message this long, and the guy says, hey, these people are...
I hope I never stop cursing. I tried, y'all.
And sent a message about this long, like a bitch. Sent a message this long. And they said that somebody texted them saying that and he wouldn't even show me. Can you at least have him show me whose phone number that is?
Look, this, keep in mind, this is where we moved. When they moved us the first time, granted, whatever, some magical ghost was in the background. This is where they moved us to, and then they reported, they said that we was still filming people.
Air rules.
Who the fuck is back there besides 2 employees?
I know that hurts y'all's feelings, but that's what it was.
Hey, I was in the middle of talking shit. I know that hurt y'all's feelings. Yeah, truly Pure Vita. I would never take your advice based off of just the fact that you said that. Talking about move on. You the type of person that would have told a slave, so what, that master whipped your ass. It's over now, just move on. That's the logic you got. If you let people do wrong shit, especially with me, because my shit is on video, they'll feel like I can go somewhere else and do it again. Because I'm not like a random person. Like, people know who I am, so then they'll be like, oh, well, Gecko kicked him out, and he didn't even say nothing about it. You at least got to give, like, bad press. You said, why didn't I try to send traffic to Z? I've been doing that for the past month. What are you talking about?
Yeah, literally.
Every video has been collaboration, except for the one yesterday. And I still posted one from yesterday on my community post. Respect the rules of the establishment. You said you were supposed to expose them. I tried to get the number. Old boy was like, yes, this is who sent the text. Yes, just leave and pay and go. Just leave. Here it is. Go. Man, I wanted to slap that motherfucker. Because he was pissing me off doing like that. He was playing with my intelligence. That's what was pissing me off. And that's really...
When this guy talks to his incel group, he projects this strength that he doesn't have. We all saw the video, Austin. There was no slapping that was going to happen there. The man said, just leave. Just leave means just leave. Okay? You are not going to do no slapping in Nairobi, Kenya. So when you're talking to your boys, don't start talking that talk, man. You're still in Kenya, boy. You know the shit that just happened to you? More shit is about to happen to you. So that's why I told you, it's in your best interest to leave. Go home. That's hence the title of the video. Go home, buddy. Go home. You've run that course, that disrespect you just gave Kenyans. You know, I want to see that video on TikTok. I want Kenyans to see it. And you would have to leave. That's the whole point. You would have to leave. See, we have to salute you, David Smith. We have to finally start teaching these guys a lesson. Okay, this thing of playing games with them and these fake lies of letting them believe that they belong to the land so they can come there and do all the bullshit they want. I think it's time to wrap it up. We've laid back too much. We've given you guys some time to play stupid games, and it's gotten to the point where we just can't take your stupid disrespect anymore, okay? Abroad, you guys are a menace. You're giving us, you're making our lives hell here. And then if you come to us too, you're making their lives hell. You're making white people's lives hell here. You're making Asians' life hell here. Like, you're giving everybody hell, man. Like, geez, when are you going to stop? You guys are giving everybody hell. You're going abroad, you're showing your ass. At home, you're showing your ass. At one point, you have to look at this and say, no, man, we suck. We are the common denominator, man. We are the problem. We got to flush out the brain. Your brain is the problem. Your upbringing is the problem, you know? The way you guys been put together is the problem. It's horrible, man. Even children don't behave the way you guys behave when you go to some of these countries. This is the time for us to speak our minds, man. And I know it's going to offend somebody, but I don't give a fuck. You guys know me, man. This is the time for us to speak our minds. We've had enough, okay? O'Shea over there doing a lot of bullshit. Like,
thanks for the sub.
He owns the place. You over there here creating, being a menace to Kenyans. Like, what do you guys want from this world, man? Can you not be normal people? Can you not just live normal lives? Behave yourselves like how everybody else behaves when they travel? Can you guys do that? Just normal etiquette. We're not saying be exceptional. Can you just be a human being? Stop being animals. Stop this animal behavior. We don't care, man. It's time to go home, buddy. Time to call your mama so that she can set you up maybe with a job at McDonald's or DoorDash. And come back home to your people. And leave my people alone, man. You're giving us too much trouble. It's a headache. You are a headache. O'Shea is a headache. You are the only group that complains about Africa and Africans. When we are here in the US, we are not in your communities. And you complain about us. We don't live in the hood. We don't live amongst y'all. We don't even come into contact with you guys. But you still complain about us. You only know us from the internet and from the TV. And maybe from occasionally going to an African store or an African event. You don't even know us. You don't talk to us. We don't talk to you. You don't talk to us. We are living completely in different parts of this country. That is abroad now. Yet you have a problem with us. Then because you say you're fleeing racism, you come to us, then you still want to disrespect us and you still want to create more problems for us. So you're creating problems for us when we are abroad, and you're also creating problems for us when we are home. You guys are a problem now, man. It's too much. It's too much. It's disgusting. You're making it very difficult for good Black Americans to be able to live in Africa. Because you guys think if you blow this up, Africa is on a decline, in O'Shea's words, that no Black American is ever going to need Africa. So you don't care how you treat these Africans because you know you have a home called America that you can up and leave anytime you want. So you don't want to respect these people. You don't want to respect their cultures. Why are you in a country if you're not interested in their culture? You don't want to respect them. And then when you go over there, you know, you're creating problems for us here when we migrate here, even though we're not in your communities. You know, you just heard about Africans, so you create all these narratives and you say all kinds of bullshit about us, but we don't talk to y'all. We don't even be around y'all. And then when you come to Africa in the name of fleeing racism and going to where everybody is Black, you create problems for the Africans. So the common denominator here is you guys. You know, you don't get along with Asians. You don't get along with other Blacks because you're killing each other. You don't get along with Hispanics. Google boycott and see which community boycotts. You're the only ones boycotting. The brokest community is the one that is always boycotting. What are you boycotting? You don't have any businesses. Huh? You don't have any businesses, man. Y'all got no businesses, man. What are you boycotting? Come on, man. Come on back home, man. Wrap it up. Time to wrap it up. Come on back home, man.
Really not his first time doing it. He did something similar. It just wasn't as bad as yesterday, but he did something similar like last year, right before we went to Botswana and all that, where he was like, we have people from the government. They always got somebody in the fucking government that's at these restaurants when you pull out a camera. Just magically, all of a sudden.
But people always snap and go live on Instagram and stuff.
Listen, this is what's crazy. Gecko on Sundays is one of the busiest places you could be at in Nairobi. There's nowhere to sit. Remember, we did a live stream there. I wonder why they didn't say nothing that time. Is it illegal on some days? They are literally walking around Gecko on Sundays with this type of camera, a DSLR on a gimbal, a big ass gimbal, recording the whole crowd, and not just the people in front of the DJ, they're recording the whole crowd. I've seen them do it. Here I am recording myself. It ain't even nobody in there that day, but we gotta go. Fuck that shit. Let me stop talking before I start talking crazy.
Why does he always say that? Let me stop talking. You can talk. You can talk. You know, Kenya is a free country. You can talk your talk. But we don't care. We just want you to come home, buddy. Come home to beautiful USA. Come home to beautiful Oak Cliff. Whatever part of Dallas. Come on home, buddy. You know, you are from the number uno country in the world, the greatest place on the planet. Why are you subjecting yourself to this stuff? So here's a video titled, I've Had Enough. I haven't watched it, probably clickbait, but he's showing some tough scene that he's had enough. So let's get it. Let's see what this idiot is talking about.
So if you guys have been watching me for a while, you know one of my favorite lounges in the entire city of Nairobi, Kenya to go to is Gecko Cafe in Lavington. I know that there's several geckos, but Gecko Cafe in Lavington has by far been the most reliable, outstanding, greatest vibe, great people. You know, it's one of the best places I've been to in Nairobi. I felt that way until yesterday, because yesterday, the management that works there.
Well, it's good to know that Gecko also has black fatigue. So even when you make this video, your audience is other black men who are mostly in Kenya to buy prostitutes. So good riddance. That business is not going to suffer. Gecko is always full. They don't want your black dollars. You can boycott. Matter of fact, how about you guys do boycott Kenya? I'll support you. This will be the first boycott that I will support. Boycott Kenya. How about let's do boycott Africa? Because we don't want you motherfuckers over there. Boycott Africa. How about we do that? Boycott Africa. You guys can have South Africa. Move to South Africa. Why don't they move to South Africa? The South Africans, people don't know this, but the South Africans are not really Africans. People don't know that, right? They are Western. They are Western blacks. So they are just like the Black Americans. That's why they have a lot of things in common. They are just on the continent of Africa. And that's because they've shared their spaces in a multicultural society. So they are not like the Ghanaian, the Kenyan, or the Nigerian, where we are a homogeneous society. Kenya is a homogeneous society. Even though it may have small pockets of minorities, it's mostly homogeneous. That's not the case for South Africa. Up until maybe the 90s, 94, is when they turned it over to the black folk. And you guys know what the black folk has done to South Africa. They fucked it up. They screwed up the country, right? And this is why they're protesting and trying to get Zimbabweans and other Africans out. Let them do it. Who cares, right? In my mind, I think, yeah, let them go home. You're not going to lose much. Some of these guys they interviewed were making $200 a month, and then they had to deal with all the crime and stuff that goes on over there. The South African black is a Western black, So these guys can move to South Africa. I won't even make a single video about it if they move to South Africa. I would be so happy. So boycott Sub-Saharan Africa. Boycott it. Delineate proper. I don't like this internet delineation talk that never amounts to nothing. Let it amount to something, dog. I want to see real action. You guys talk too much, man. I'm telling you, the best complainers was the Martin Luther King era. After Martin Luther King, the ones that have come after, man, a bunch of weak-ass dudes, all they know is picking up guns and shooting each other. Like, they can't get any shit to work. Can't even raise kids, man. What the fuck? This is what we're dealing with. You're dealing with a group of men that don't even stay at home to raise their children. They can't raise kids. So how can you get development from, people that can't even raise children? They are even scared to have kids. O'Shea cannot have children. He's scared. He's scared to marry. He's scared to settle down. He's scared because he's not mature enough. And the ones that have kids, they run off. They don't raise their children. So this is what we're dealing with. We're just, it's like, we are treading animal kingdom now. But, the media they don't want to speak. I like that YouTube allows you to speak your mind, You can speak freely, free speech. And the mainstream media kind of sensitizes these things because they don't want people to say what everybody thinks. I mean, everybody thinks. What I'm saying is not new. Even black folks in America, the ones that do things right, they know everything that I'm saying is absolutely true. These people are troublemakers. I said this a year ago. I said, I know these people. I study them, okay? They are troublemakers. So if you invite them into your calm societies, they will bring trauma and trouble to you. And when you say, hey, like a little kid, when you correct them, because they're little babies, right? When you try to correct them, their emotion, they'll get this emotional outburst. And then they start to curse. And then they move on to, slurs. And then they become racist because that's just who they are. Like they get so mad that they want to tear it up. That is the state of the community. That's the state of the hood. And now we are minding our business, chilling in our poverty. And then they are inserting themselves into peaceful African societies. I mean, think about this. O'Shea Duke Jackson works online. He doesn't need to be in Africa. He works online. He can pick any country in the world, any continent on the world. But no, he's not going to go to South Africa. He's talking a big game. Oh, black Americans don't have to leave South Africa. Go. Would love for you guys to go to South Africa because we've always segregated ourselves from the black South Africans. It's not new. So you guys can go over there. I'll be very happy. Have you ever seen me come out here and defend South African causes? I've never really considered them Africans like that. So, and most Africans don't. All right. So you guys can go live with them. It's beautiful. It'll be a very beautiful thing. Trauma meets trauma. You make very beautiful criminal children. Go ahead. All right. Go ahead and do it. But, why are you there if it's so uncomfortable for you guys? If these corrective measures, because to us, you are babies and we're correcting you because daddy wasn't at home to correct these things. So we are correcting these things so that we keep our societies intact. One thing I did a video on the main channel. You guys should go check it out. And I provide evidence as to why these people commit crimes, right? It's a clip from our live stream, then I added a bit of context to it. Because when you're doing these things live, it's not scripted, right? So you may go off script a little bit. And you want to, when you clip them out, you can add a bit more substance to it. And if you look at the crime, I use my Ghana as an example, okay? And I looked at homicide rates in Ghana. The homicide rate in the US is 4 times the homicide rates in Ghana. 4 times, 4x. That is the US generally. Now, if you take Black American homicide rates, compare that to Ghana, it's 16x. These guys are slaughtering themselves 16 times per 100,000 persons compared to Ghana, which is under 1. You see, that's the difference. So culturally, we don't understand this mentality. We don't understand this mindset of explosiveness and impulsiveness. And you would think that when they come into our societies, they learn a thing or two as to why we don't do some stupid shit. But because they don't want to respect us, they want to overlook everything, and then they go straight to economics. We are hunters and gatherers. We grow our own food. In my home when I was growing up, my family grew almost 80% of the food that we ate. Till this very day, my dad's farms are still active. Okay, I grow a lot of food in Zambia. Some of you have seen my farm in Zambia. I grow a lot of food in Zambia that I don't even eat because I'm not there all the time. And I feed a lot of people in my community. During the harvest, I give a lot of them food. So that's what we are. It's not about dollar signs. And if that is not an environment that is conducive for you, go home. O'Shea is making this argument, and I think nobody has really challenged it. These idiots, right? Because this is kind of a xenophobic mindset. But these idiots, they think that every Black immigrant that is in the US is here because they had no opportunity at home. That is their mindset. How do people pay US tuition fees if they are broke? How are people paying $70,000 a year at Harvard when their parents are sitting in Accra? They're paying $70,000 a year to go to Harvard University, and they are from Accra, Ghana. So obviously they have options. It's not everybody that is here because we're fleeing some struggles. I never struggled. I never did. I'll take you guys home. When I go to Ghana, I will bring my camera. I will live stream my home. I'll take you guys home. Where I was born, where I grew up, where I went to school. I'll show you every step of the way. I never struggled. I never slept hungry. As an 18-year-old, I was already traveling the world. I was getting visas. You guys just take a passport and you travel. I was already traveling the world getting visas because I had enough, my parents had enough to prove that we're economically stable. Okay? The decision to remain after graduate school is because I was offered a job by Halliburton. And even right now, I work remotely. I don't need to sit here. I work remotely. This is why I'm a lot more mobile. I'm not always in the US. I split my time between the school year and the summers because the kids have to go to school here. So it's not as if these guys are like can't go back to Africa. Why then do they vacation at home? Everybody's story is different. We are not all refugees. We are not. And then these same idiots make the argument that the comparisons we make here is because our best are coming here to compete with them. Okay, so if you know that our best are coming here to compete with you, then why do you have beef with that? You want to be better than our best? See, that's it. And O'Shea's like, okay, what if we take all the best out of Black America and we take it to Africa? Well, sometimes your best in income have come from sports and entertainment, and their wife beaters, like this dude that they just arrested in Miami for football, Jason Whitlock's friend. I don't know. Let me know in the chat, whatever that dude's name is. You know, so they still have those environmental struggles. It's not about money and wealth. Your wealth here is primarily due to existence. You are in the world's best economy. So you can be a bum and still do okay. You can drive Uber. You can do anything. You can literally walk outside. Actually, if you don't do anything, they still give you free money. It's called welfare. So you don't have to be exceptional. When you're Black here, it's just given to you. It's take. The Nigerian doctor in Prosper, it's not because he's fleeing practice in Nigeria. Some of us are looking, see, your problem is you don't like competition. Competition is a word that doesn't exist in Black America. The Nigerian doctor that went to Yale is looking at Yale as one of the best universities to go to. They want to go to the best. It's not because it's in America sometimes. It's because you're trying to go to the best. So when a child is dreaming in Africa of going to Harvard or MIT, it's not because he's trying to flee Africa to go to MIT. He's taking those SATs hardcore to go to the best university in the world. It's called competition. Open your eyes. It's not fleeing, it's competition. And you guys don't compete. That's why you cry for affirmative action. These Africans are not crying for affirmative action. They are taking the SAT and they're coming in. And some of them are paying out of pocket. Okay? So maybe you should learn a thing about competition. And I think that's what O'Shea doesn't know. He's sitting on YouTube being outworked by Poetic Flacco. And that anger is probably what is fueling all these videos. You know, that Poetic Flacco is outworking him. So he's throwing shots at Flacco, throwing shots at Wodemaya. You know, those guys don't have to put out 10 videos a day to meet their bottom line. O'Shea has to do 10 videos a day. 10 videos, and with a lot of help from Africans. He can't do it by himself. He's not creative. Shit, O'Shea can't even make a thumbnail. He doesn't have the skills to do it. Have you reviewed his videos before he moved to Africa? He didn't know how to make thumbnails. People do that shit for him in Africa. He uses African talent to do it. That's why he's not going to leave. We're stuck with him. He's there because of African talent. And then because he's employing people, he's looking at this as if those people are at a disadvantage. And that is because he doesn't believe in himself. And this is a very common problem in this community. But let's keep going with this Austin stuff because I need to wrap this up.
Is corrupt. And I've heard this before. I have a female friend that recently got her phone stolen. I actually have a video. I might show it on here. She had her phone stolen by a pickpocketer, essentially. And whenever she says something about it, from what you can see in the video and from what I've heard, the management essentially was working with the pickpocketers in the establishment. And you can see even...
The question here, great question, man. Black America is not great and Africa is not great. What can we do to help each other? I think it has to start with respect. You know, the level of disrespect. A lot of Africans were never going to do content like this. I didn't come to America to do this type of content, right? I could grow my Black American audience if I speak nicely of the Black American population. But the level of disrespect has gotten to the point where I don't think it's repairable, because first of all, there's a lot of African countries. So it's not just a Ghanaian that you're targeting or a Somali or a Congolese. You guys are targeting every African in the US. Like every group of African is being targeted, right? And then when you travel to Africa too, you're still dumping on these guys. So like the guys at home are starting to develop a certain attitude against you. Then the guys here are trying to say, no, I don't want to be part of this stuff, right? And I think unfortunately, that's how it's going to remain. There's always going to be individual, like I look at this as a community, I'm not a fan, but I have individual fans. So there are individual Black Americans that I like I like Anton Daniels, right? So I can have a conversation with Anton. I can even have a meal with Anton. I can hang out with Anton, right? There's certain individuals that I like, and that's why I don't think it's everybody. There are people like that, So I think it's only not every Black American in Africa is doing what O'Shea is doing either. It's not everybody, right? So there's still opportunity at an individual level, but I think as a collective, this thing is not gonna work. Okay, it's the thing is and this is my take on this. I think Black America, and it could be how the U.S. government has structured education here. I think Black America doesn't know Africa, and even the ones that have traveled to Africa don't report the truth. And the reason they don't report the truth is they need the negatives to fuel their businesses in Africa, so that when you come there, you got to come there through their organized tour. They don't trust that you can go to Africa by yourself without an organized tour. And if you go through that organized tour, they want to charge you for those organized tours. When they make YouTube videos, they want to sell you courses and consultations. So for them to be able to sell this, they have to tell you the extremes of African societies, and which to me, I think is a net negative, because if I'm coming to America and everybody's telling me the negatives of America, it's going to deter me from coming. But for some reason, these people seem to be going. So like, why do you keep going? These guys are telling you all these negatives, but you keep going. And I don't get it. It's like they have to understand the African. There's a lot of narratives out there. And then you have this fringe group, the Tariqs, that do their own thing. And, it doesn't really bother me, because a lot of that is pseudoscience. It doesn't make sense. I think the way this works is you have to individualize your relationship with a Black American. Like I have a certain, I look at this from a class perspective. There's a certain group of African Americans or Black Americans that I can build a relationship with. But as a general, I avoid the group. If it's like for the vast majority of the group, I avoid it. So you won't see me at a Black church or a predominantly Black church. I won't go to a predominantly Black business. I won't step my foot in a predominantly Black neighborhood. Heck, I don't even go to the barbershops anymore, right? I stay away because shit can happen just like that, and I don't want to be a victim, right? So it could be a little bit of a bias on my end, but I look at data. I mean, I come to my decisions based on data. And right now, the data doesn't look good, so I'm not going to put my life at risk in the name of cultural exploration. This is why I step away. So I think this is to answer your question, you're going to have to take it at an individual level, but as a collective, it's not going to work. The best way it works is for one group, especially for the Black immigrants, for you to understand that you are two different people and you don't have any connection to each other, right? Like look at them like the Indian or another group or the Korean, and ignore the skin color and look at them like, okay, these are completely different people from us. But, I can have a conversation with them, right? And I think that's a good way to look at it. If you look at me as foreign and you accept that I'm foreign in America, you treat me as foreign, and usually most people treat foreigners well. You're going to welcome me better because I'm foreign, right? And that's how Africans welcome people that visit Africa, because you're foreign. So you're going to be welcomed better. But when I come here and you see me as one of you, which I'm not, and you try to understand why I do certain things and I'm trying to understand why you do certain things, there's always going to be conflict. I hope I answered the question the best I could, I guess.
And the guy grabs her by the neck while she's right there because he pointed out the fact that she had her wallet stolen. And that must have been a common issue because now in the bathroom at Gecko, on the other side of the stall, I see it says, "Before you make us go viral, reach out to management." Well, whenever management is the one that is the corrupt one, who else do you reach out to? It's a good question. So yesterday, Gecko is a place I've been to literally, I'm no exaggeration, I've been going there since 2023, and I think I've been to Gecko at least 700 times. Like at least 700 times, like at least 10 times a month, sometimes twice in a day. I've done several live streams. Basically, I've given Gecko a lot of free promotion. If you guys actually have been watching me and it's not your first time here, you've heard me mention Gecko. Whenever people book consultations to come.
I'll take this comment quickly. That is also not true. Somebody is saying Black Americans made it possible for Africans to come to America. That's not true. If you look at the current US right now, every class of immigrants is coming to the US. So that is only true if you say that you made it possible for all immigrants to come to the US. Okay? But to selectively say, because my skin color looks like your skin color, so I have to pay homage for the fact that your ancestor did something for me to come here, that's why usually there's conflict, because the Africans are thinking, these guys always think that we have to ask them permission to do stuff. And then the Americans are thinking, oh, these immigrants, they don't know we did this for them. And then you have guys like me that think, well, the guys that did it are not here, right? So why should I constantly be reminded that this is why and this is why? Here's the thing. For me to pick Illinois as a school to come to, right? I was not thinking about race when I picked Illinois for college. I was looking at it from the program they were offering, the stipend and the scholarship I was going to be able to get. That was my driving factor in deciding to pick Illinois. That's the same decision I did when I went to Russia. I said, okay, this is why I want to go there for math, for this particular thing. So the African deciding I can only speak for the guys that came to college here, right? Not refugees or other groups. But for the dudes that picked colleges in the US to come to college, when you pick a college, you're not thinking of some civil rights movement as an opportunity for you to come here. African scholars were always coming to the US, even pre-civil rights. That's what people don't know. They were coming. But of course, mass immigration happened mostly 20 years after the civil rights movement. So like in the 1980s is when we started having a bigger immigration slot for sub-Saharan Africans. The Caribbean guys were already here because geographically it was much closer. I mean, you can fly from Jamaica to Miami in 4 hours, 3 hours, right? So it was a lot easier for the Caribbean guys to come over. But for the Africans, if you look at the map, I mean, for you to even be able to afford an air ticket to come here, it was not possible. So a lot of us used to migrate to England, which was our colonial masters. It was all the universities that are offering us opportunities here. The English were giving us similar opportunities then. So like, I would say a big chunk of my high school graduating class went to college in England. You know what I'm saying? They went to college in England. And why didn't you apply to school? I did. I went to the University of Science and Technology for about 3 months. Then I got a scholarship to go to Russia, to go to school in Russia. So I didn't even do my undergrad in the US. When I graduated from Russia, I was offered another scholarship and a graduate assistantship to come and teach math in the US and get my master's degree in the US. That's why I took that opportunity. I wasn't looking at it as, oh, it's America and I'm coming to America. I was looking program first, specialization next. Here's another thing too. In sub-Saharan Africa, if you earn your degree from abroad, you go up the management scale automatically. So I have friends that went to med school in Ghana. They did all their medical education in Ghana. But if I come to the US and I do medicine in the US, and I return to Ghana, I get paid way more than the people that went to school there. I don't know how systematically it works that way, but the people with foreign education get paid the most. So it made sense for our best to always seek universities overseas, and most return. Most, I would say, like a big chunk of the guys that went to school overseas, they return home, right? So it's not everybody that, because remember, if you graduate from school in the US, you can't live here. You only have it's called OPT. You have OPT at the time, they only give you 12 months. So you only have 12 months of work permit, and then you go back home. After the 12 months, if you don't go back, you're illegal. The only time you can stay is if you qualify for either an H-1B visa, which is hard to get. Only 60,000 people globally get that slot for H-1B. The vast majority of people don't get H-1Bs. And then you have people that go the EB class, which is me. It's called EB2, is foreigners of extraordinary ability. And somebody's saying, now I'm a YouTuber. I do YouTube for fun. You are new to my channel, so you don't know. I've never taken a paycheck from YouTube. I have AdSense, and most of my AdSense is deferred to, I think, November. Okay? So yes, I do YouTube mostly to hold my community together, to advocate for something, to gain influence. But it's not money. My channels make about $100 a month. It's not going to do anything for me. I work in corporate America. I don't need Google's money, okay? I'm a whole engineer in corporate America. I'm putting in extra work by doing these live streams, but I don't like do this for a living, okay? I don't. The guys, people have. There's about, I would say, about 50 of you that have joined our live streams over the last few days. So you don't know. You're new to the channel. You'll find out with time that there's no money to be made here, okay? Have you ever seen a Cash App on this channel? There is no Cash App, okay? I don't ever say hit the Cash App. There is no Cash App here.
Thanks for the sub.
Rarely super chats here. I don't sell any courses. I only do AdSense, that's it, okay? I don't have memberships for a reason. There's many ways I can monetize, but I don't, okay? And most of the money, like whatever that I'm streaming with the laptops, the computers, the cameras, the microphone setup, the internet that I've had to upgrade to the fastest, it's all paid by me, okay? It's all paid by me. I fund this project. When I started last year, I went 6 months without monetizing this channel. It was 6 straight months of $0. I pre-funded everything myself, okay? So there's a bigger mission here. It's not about the revenue. And I did promise the audience that I'll donate about 50% of AdSense revenue to a charitable cause in Africa. So this is not a grift. I'm not here to take your money, keep your money in your pocket. You don't have to super chat anything. We don't ask for it here. It's solely at will. I still pick your comments. I still read your comments. Of course, now there's a lot more comments in the comment section. I can't read through every one of them, but I'm still picking quite a bit of them out. But let's get to the Austin Holloman video. Let's get to that video.
Come to Nairobi, Gecko is my #1 spot that I mentioned. When people buy a travel guide, which is a document that I sell of places I recommend to go, etc., in Nairobi, Gecko is literally the first lounge and bar and restaurant that I mentioned. The staff at Gecko they all know me, unless if they're newly hired in the past 6 months, which they know me too. They have seen me multiple times. I have had incidents at Gecko where I was in the wrong and maybe I misbehaved and they said, hey, you just need to pay your bill, leave. And then I come back the next day like nothing happened. Like, hey, you come here all the time, Austin. Like, you're like our brother. We appreciate you. Just, be careful. And then you guys may know that I have a lot of dedicated haters. I mean, these dudes are complete losers. I thank God I have the parents that I did and I was not raised by their lousy parents, because they had some lousy parents.
Hey, does anybody have the video of Austin Holloman and his mom talking about lousy parents? He's talking about me, but at least I had a 2-parent household, okay? And I'm not stealing from my community. I'm not taking money from my community. I'm not selling my community ChatGPT courses for money. I'm not charging my community $300 for a consultation fee. I consult for free. I talk to you guys for free. Even guys that are not Africans, I still talk to you for free. Okay? I'm not making GoFundMe fundraisers to steal from my community. I'm not going around the world banging prostitutes and showing men how to do that. And I didn't waste my 20s hopping around the world with no skill set. I went to college before I turned 18. Right there by my 18th birthday, I was already in college. Okay, I graduated college, worked a little bit, went to grad school, and went straight into corporate America. I didn't waste my youth like you. Okay, like these are things your parents should have taught you. So it's nothing to do with parenting. We are calling you out because you have a bad attitude. They kicked you out of that place because you have a bad attitude. I'm staying on your neck because you don't fit culturally in Africa. You've done a lot of damage to Africa. Through your advocacy, you sent a child rapist to Brazil. So who has the better upbringing here? Okay? Who has the better upbringing here? All your receipts are on the internet. You spent all your 20s hopping around the world banging prostitutes. You haven't worked really a day in your life. You call YouTube 10-hour live streams work. That's not work, Austin. What I'm doing here is not work. I'm bored. I'm chilling with you guys. I got to go to bed and get to work tomorrow. You know, I had a really long day at work today. Then I took my son to Taekwondo. I came home, did a little bit more work, edited some videos while I was working. I always multitask when I'm working. Like you'd be wondering how I'm able to post YouTube videos. Sometimes I have my computer up and I have my laptop on the side and I'm doing two things at the same time. I'm still able to produce just as much content as you and have a productive 8-hour, 10-hour day. You know, I'm going to bed late, but I'll be up at 6, you know, and rise straight back into work. So I don't know this upbringing you're talking about. If there's one thing you didn't talk about, you know, we Africans, we raise children well. Okay, at least we stick around to raise them. That's the thing. I mean, stick around first. Y'all don't even stick around at all, man. Talking about parents, get the fuck out of here.
We were at Gecko yesterday, twice in one day, and we decided that we were going to come back, sit down and have a beer. And I was doing a nearly an 11-hour live stream around the city. You can go back and watch it. And
nearly 11-hour live stream around the city. You can go back and watch it. That's a lie. That video has been deleted. If you don't believe me, here is the proof. Here is the proof. I'll show it to you. We don't lie, Austin. That video, he used to do members only. He figured out that we have membership now, so now he deletes it. The last video available is from 3 days ago. Let me make sure that you guys can see it. Yep. This is the last video available. It's from 3 days ago and it's members only. The other ones are privated. They are not available anymore because right about here from that another debate 11 days ago, we gained access to his membership. So now he doesn't even want to make them members only. In short, he's only doing YouTube for slightly some long form videos and also for super chats. He's literally giving up his AdSense because he doesn't want us to look at it. You know, and I gave him an out. I said, dude, take down the scam. If you take down the scam, I'll stop making videos about you. If you don't take down the scams, I'm gonna be relentless. And maybe he thought I was playing. I got time, bro. I'll be relentless. Even if I have to turn it on at midnight, I'll turn it on at midnight. Even if 5 people are watching, you guys can catch the replay. Okay, you catch the replay. I'll still put out the content. So, dude, if you want this to stop, I know Austin is in somewhere, he's listening. If you want this to stop, take down that fundraiser. If you take down the fundraiser, there'll be no more videos. I promise you that. You got a deal. Take it.
I know how Kenyans are. You can't.
Even better, if you leave Africa, no more videos. You can keep the fundraiser, but if you leave Africa, no more videos.
You could record a bush and they're going to say you're invading somebody's privacy. So I'm sitting here recording myself while we're having a debate online, friendly debate, not drunk. Really hadn't even had nothing to drink. I had just started on my first cider, which is basically a type of beer that'll just put a smile on your face. I would love to see somebody get drunk off of one cider. And the management, one of the white shirt managers, whoever that is in the white shirts, walks up and says, hey, there's people complaining that they're in your YouTube videos. I'm going to show you that clip right here.
Understood.
Second, it didn't matter, and this is why I said it didn't want to be about race. He had to go take off his backpack. Yeah.
You said what? You said again? I didn't hear what he said. What he said?
What do you say? You recording anything? Yeah. Order? I do in a video or something.
No, I'm just talking. We're talking to the.
We're just talking to the camera.
Because people are complaining about it. Can you see it on the YouTube?
Oh, I mean,
I can't even see. I can only see myself in the video. If you want to pull up the video, we're not recording the restaurant.
I got to stay out of that. It's not my channel. You got to talk to this
Why
guy.
they do this?
There goes that.
Can they come talk to me? Can they come tell me? So I know who it is to see. It's probably somebody on top of the roof. That's how it is.
It ain't worth it, bro. In my opinion. You know what I mean?
But nobody's on. They said they could see themselves on YouTube.
Oh, is that the girl behind you?
I find that hard to believe.
Yeah, you know it's always somebody bullshit.
Yeah, man. That's between y'all two, honestly, man. It's something
Yeah,
you
I
want
mean-
to do.
What do you want me to do? Because it's not nobody.
Anybody even behind me?
Yes.
Let me find out that it's not supposed to go to other people, affect other people.
And you know there's a camera right there?
Yeah.
There's a camera right there. And there's a camera.
Even now,
Yeah, it's different than this establishment camera.
I know, but it's the same fucking thing.
To them, it ain't. It ain't. Is it possible for us to go somewhere where we don't have anybody else on the camera? Because we've been ordering drinks. We've been patronizing the business.
Well, my thing is, we got to know who's saying they're on camera, because
No, that's all right.
how are we gonna know where to
Like,
go
how do
if
we-
we don't?
how do
I don't
we-
see anybody on the video.
What do you want the outcome to
Shit
be?
is crazy.
What do you want the outcome to be?
you see now, there are some people who don't want to be saved.
Right.
What do you want? What do you want?
What do you want us to do is what I'm asking.
Yeah. What do we?
Can we go somewhere where we can continue to have our drinks?
Maybe we will go upstairs.
You want to go upstairs? I'm down. I mean, if it's going to be easy for them,
Can we go to the back?
path of least resistance. You know what I mean?
We can go to the back.
Yeah, let's do it. We appreciate you, man. Ain't no problem. Yeah, I'm like
Right here. Now, if you look at that clip, whenever he approached me, and I also played him fast forward a few minutes before he approached me, with no sound because the sound's not necessary. I only want to play the part where he approached me. I would love for you to tell me who is in the video and who is recognizable. Who do you see actually feeling like their privacy was invaded? He said, well, several people are complaining. Who are these several people? This is something they do in Kenya a lot too, right? They won't tell you who it is. They'll just say somebody's complaining. You could be recording with Mount Everest behind you and they'll say people are complaining. So I was like, you know what? Let's just move way to the back where there are no other guests or patrons in the restaurant that will be invading their privacy. Maybe there could be an employee in the background, but I mean, they're at work. And a lot of women like to go to Gecko. And I know one thing about women is they love to take Instagram stories and photos. So there's no way that the women at Gecko are getting this same sort of treatment for being online. So then we go way to the back. No big deal. I've dealt with this. I've been living in Kenya for 3 years now. I've dealt with this whole thing you can't record. So I just brush it off. Okay, he wants us to move. Some dude is trying to sleep with his mistress, and he decided to go to Gecko for out of all places to sleep with his mistress. That's what I'm thinking. So we sit there, we talk for another 30 minutes. We're spending money too. We order more drinks. I probably spent enough money at Gecko to buy a small apartment in Kenya. Like I probably spent well over $15,000, $20,000 in. I know for a fact because I keep track of my expenses. And then we have a guy in a white shirt that comes up again aggressively saying, hey, and he shows me his phone, right? There's literally somebody that has sent a photo of me and sent a message about this long, like a bitch, sent a message this long. And the guy says, hey, these people are saying that you're recording us and they're saying all these negative things about you. We need you to stop now.
Black people under Arab rule, I know that hurts y'all's feelings, but that's what it was. Yes. Yeah, so they're receiving calls from outside.
So can you just stop this?
Okay. Yeah, bring me the bill.
Can you give him the number of the guy's calling?
Yeah, let me see his number. I'll text him. Just bring me the bill. Yeah, bring me the bill. We'll go. This shit is bullshit. So I was right there live streaming. They said some random person that I couldn't see behind us said that we need to move. So he said, let's go way to the back where nobody can see us. Your guy in a white shirt over there showed a phone number from somebody in America. It's an American phone number that says, he wouldn't even show me. Can you at least have him show me whose phone number that is? Because they're kicking us out of the restaurant. And you know I come here, I've came here at least like 300 times. I think that's bullshit. They said that somebody texted them saying that we're recording. Huh? 1 second. They're saying that somebody texted them that we're recording, and you can rewind and look at the video and see that. So I'm asking, at the very least, I want to at least see whose phone number it is and what they said. And I'm asking you, do I have to leave? If I'm not, because you can look at the stream on you.
What was the issue? Was you
I don't know what the issue is. He said he got a text from somebody in the States.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know what? Just bring the bill. Because at this point, you know who I am. I've seen you. Your staff knows me. I've been seeing y'all for years. I've recorded dozens and dozens of live streams in Gecko without this issue because I know to not have anybody else in the camera. And as you can see in the video footage, there's nobody else in the camera. And so he gets pissed off because I asked for the bill. He comes with the security guard and says, pay your bill and leave. And I was like, damn. Ooh. So when we look at this phone number, the phone number was +1 602 350. And I said, you know what? Let me click on that so I can see the rest of the phone number so I can see who that is. And let me see what they said so I can just save it for my records. He did like this. Here's what they said. Here, just look, go ahead, pay your
That's my phone number, dummy. That's my phone number, Austin. That's my phone number.
bill, leave, here. So obviously, this dude has probably been bribed, and this is another reason why I say we need to stop blaming white folks for stuff, because this is just a cultural thing amongst black people, just corrupt. It has nothing to do with white folks. So a guy that has given a lot of free promotion to this business with asking for nothing in return, I'm just sitting here reminiscing of, damn, how many people have I brought to Gecko besides doing live streams and all that and doing videos at Gecko? I mean, I celebrated my birthday in 2024 at Gecko. That is.
We don't care. I need that soundbite from LT. I need to get that from LT. We don't care. Get your ass out of there, man. Come on back home, buddy. Come on home. We don't care. Gecko don't need your broadcast. They don't need your money. Get that money. Come put it in the black community, man. Come put that shit in Oak Cliff. Come on.
Is a well-viewed video on my channel. I've done several videos at Gecko. Every single person that watches my videos says when they come to Nairobi, they go to Gecko. My neighbor that stays across from me, I put her on to Gecko. I've turned my girlfriend on to Gecko. All my homeboys, even Bobby, I was pretty much the person, I'm like doing myself a disservice by doing all this, but I'm not asking for nothing in return. But damn, the lack of respect. And I'm like, hey, can I at least have an explanation of why you're kicking me out? Y'all said that I'm recording y'all. And I told him, go pull up the video. The video's still live right now. You can go look in.
Yeah, that's a good observation there, Kobe. They come here, they are very hyper in the comments, but they are not giving this man the money to start the school. Why don't you incels go over there and give him your money? Let it backfire on Nana. That's the best you can do, man. Give him some of that EBT money. Oh, wait, you can cash up EBT, right? Can you cash up EBT? Let me know in the comments. My FBAs, let me know. Can you cash up EBT? Because I don't know. You guys, knowledge transfer. Let me know. Let me know if you can cash up EBT.
And see if you see anybody else but myself. I even moved to the back. So I went to go speak to an alleged co-owner. I guess he's not the co-owner I thought. He was lost. He was just dazed and confused. I guess he didn't know what was going on, or I don't know what the hell was up with that. And so the security guard damn near pushes me out, like, leave. And I'm like, wow, fuck this place. I will never come back here, and I will be doing a video about this shit in the morning. And so, literally that pissed me off so much yesterday that I literally was about to sell all this shit. I was literally about to look for flights to leave in the next 2 or 3 days out of Kenya. And I was about to sell all this shit in this apartment. But I was like, I'm going to sleep on it first. And I said a lot of shit.
Why didn't you do it? Do it, man. Do it, man. Do it, man. Do it, man. I'm going to chip in 100, okay? I'm going to chip in 100 for you to add on to that flight, man. Start a fundraiser, man. Let's do it. Let's do it, man. Let's start a fundraiser, Austin. Do it. Please do it, man. Oh, my God, man. You're going to make my day. Bro, let me make you a deal, Austin Holloman. If you leave Kenya, I'll never make a single video about you. Not even one. Even if you do an O'Shea, if you turn around and you become Tariq Nasheed's buddy, you can say you will have the license to say all the shit you want about Africans. I would never say anything. I'll never make a thumbnail. I'll never make a video about you. Matter of fact, I'll block myself from your channel. I'll never speak on you. If you leave Kenya, I'll do this for you, man. That's a great deal, buddy. And I'm willing to donate $100 to your fundraiser if you leave. But I'll only donate after you've left, not before that. After you've left, I reckon I've made about $100 in AdSense from your videos. I'll give you all that money back in your fundraiser if you leave Nairobi. And on top of that, I will not make a single video about you. Deal? Make a video and let me know if that's a deal. Or send me an email, okay? And also go and watch my video on my main channel about credit, because I have something for you. It's going to help you fix your credit, okay? Shoot me an email. I'll help you fix your credit. I promise you. I got you, man. I do got you. I used to have a credit business. I have a video on the main channel about credit. So if you go on the main channel, the Nana Kwaku live channel, not the live channel, but the main channel, this one, you will see, where is it? This one. If you go on my live tab, because we don't do live streams anymore, here's the video. Everything you need to know about credit. No guru nonsense. I posted this video 5 months ago. It was a live stream, so it wasn't scripted, but I covered every scenario. And this only applies to US viewers only, because this is US credit. And if you go over here, it's everything that you need. I even create scenarios like Austin Holloman's scenario, and this video is available to watch for free. It's right there for you to watch, so you don't have to pay anything to watch it. And every credit scenario is available in this video, and how to resolve it and how to get your scores up. So yeah, you guys can send Austin Holloman over to the main channel to watch this.
Shouldn't have said. I'm going to tell you again. After that experience, and after the woman I know that had her phone stolen and the management was in on it, I'm going to tell you not to go to Gecko. Like, I'm directly telling you, do not go support them. Because I feel like whenever businesses are small, they have great customer service, and then the bigger they get, they hire new management, and stuff is starting to just fall apart, and the customer service goes away, and it's just not the same as it used to be. I think they've reached that point. So I think unless if they are able to locate whatever this staff is that's in on this BS that's going on there, and they're able to fire all them, I would never go back, and I would tell people to not go there and to go somewhere else entirely. This all made me start to think, like, have I overstayed my welcome in Nairobi? Like, am I actually doing too much. I mean, if we go back, we got a bunch of weird Americans that want to use me for everything. You know, they want me to do all these tasks for them for free. You have my views going down somehow magically when I come here. I'm just trying to understand, as I said this in 2025, I really love this place. I really love Nairobi. This isn't about Nairobi, it's more so about Gecko, but like what benefit? I'm starting to, I was questioning myself with this yesterday when I was trying to get the hell out of here. What benefit am I actually getting out of doing all this? Like what am I, it seems like the more I come back to Kenya.
I wish O'Shea will also ask himself these questions. You know, if we can get O'Shea to get through this mindset, you know, to start thinking, because, you know, he got kicked out of Uganda. I think he bribed his way back. He can't leave. I don't think O'Shea will ever leave, because if O'Shea leaves, his content is going to struggle. I don't know how he can do this remotely. You should be able to do YouTube with that help remotely. You know, and get your guys to edit and stuff. Just maybe have like a shared drive so they can go in there and edit the videos and all that stuff. But he may have to hire somebody in the US if he leaves. And I don't think he will get that level of productivity that he gets from the Africans that are doing it on the cheap. So O'Shea might be a very tricky situation. I think we are really stuck with O'Shea. Like, you know, my Africans watching, like, I hate to break that to you. I think we are stuck with O'Shea. But we're still going to frustrate him, right? Like starting on Sunday, we're going to start frustrating O'Shea. I'm not as connected in Uganda as I am in Kenya, but I hope as we send our hashtags towards Uganda, we'll build a good friendship base in Uganda that can do the things we just did to Austin Holloman, right? We can do those things to O'Shea and maybe frustrate him enough to where maybe he leaves, you know, or maybe just what he believes now will just eat him up so much to where he leaves. You know, a lot of the Western blacks are thin-skinned, so if you push on them, like if you don't relent, you have a high success of them giving up and leaving. This is why I think we got Austin at that right opportune spot. And it's not going to be easy, but as long as we keep putting in a bit more pressure, you know, being consistent, I think eventually he's going to be so upset with us that he's going to leave, you know. So maybe a few more of these, right? A few more rejections at other restaurants, which we're going to be working on. I think eventually this guy is going to leave, and that's a good thing for us. That's really good.
As much as I love this place, the more pushback I get. Like, even when I was in Namibia, I wasn't getting this amount of pushback, and I don't know if somebody's a voodoo spell on me or what. What is up with this? Like, do I need to go somewhere else? Like, again, have I overstayed my welcome? Long story short, that was my experience.
Were you really welcome, though, buddy? I don't think Africans welcomed you at all. I mean, you went over there promoting box sales and buying bucks. I don't think Africans welcomed you at all. I mean, you know, like I said, I know a few Black Americans in Ghana, and for the most part, the Ghanaians that they live with speak highly of them. You know, the ones that I know, there's a lady that creates good content on Facebook. She's there with her daughter from Arizona. She seems to really be different, right? Like, so people like that, when they go to Ghana and Kenya, the locals don't have issues with them. But it's young cats. And this lady was a registered nurse in Arizona, so she worked professionally. You know, working in a professional setting also helps you grow mentally and how to relate and talk to people. The problem we're having with these Austins, it's not because they're Black Americans. The problem we are having with them is because they're immature Black Americans, which means they've never worked a day in a formal work system. They left when they were in their 20s, when their lives hadn't really started. So they are growing up in all these places, you know, thinking in the minds of a 20-year-old, it's a lot of mistakes. And they have no guidance. I mean, there's no pops you can call for advice. He's trying to learn and figure everything out by himself. But the Kenyans really never welcomed this guy. You know, these are pests. They have infiltrated our communities with bad attitudes. They were telling people to come over there and pay for prostitutes. They went there with the same degenerate behaviors that we know them to have. And this is why we're pushing back. If you went over there and you were a good dude, nobody's going to say anything. We won't even care. But that's not the attitude you took to the people. So I think you are right here, Mr. Austin. You have overstayed your welcome. I think it's time to wrap it up. Hence the title of the video, Go Home. Time to go home, buddy. Time to go home, man.
There. If you guys have visited Gecko because of my videos, please let me know in the comments below so that way they can see as well. But one of the biggest things that really bothered me about this entire thing, again, was the fact that you've seen me hundreds of times, literally hundreds of times at your restaurant, and a random phone number that you don't have saved on WhatsApp can text the restaurant's phone number, or whoever, I don't know if it was a restaurant's phone number or what, can text the restaurant's phone number, say something about somebody that you know very well, and you tell me I need to pay my bill and leave.
Yeah, that random phone number spoke Swahili. That random phone number wrote Swahili. The random phone number is Kenyan. The random phone number is African. And you are not. That's the underlying fact. You're not African. So an African sends that message in an African language, they're going to believe us. And in this case, we were right. You were filming people. You were filming in public, live streaming people who are enjoying their meals and enjoying their lives. They told you to turn it off, and you took it to the other side of the restaurant, and you kept filming. And they don't like that. So this should be another reason why you should leave, because you're not African. And maybe you're like, yeah, maybe you made a mistake. You thought you were African sometimes, because we've heard what you say about us, right? But when the right time comes, we also let you know that you're not African. And that's okay, That's okay. I'm not Black American. I'll never claim to be one, right? Never will. For no reason. Why would I? I'm African. I'm African. And you're not African. And that's good. That's not a big deal. It just means that you're a visitor to a place. It's like being in Colombia or being in Cuba or, being in Canada. You're in Africa, it's the same thing. You're an American visiting or living part-time in Africa. So if you don't get the home treatment, don't ask too many questions. It's just that sometimes, you get that foreigner treatment. It's not always pleasant. We deal with that here too. Okay? We deal with that here too. All right? You guys have assembled a whole collection of men that are saying derogatory things about us and calling us debtors and all kinds of bullshit that you've come up with, even though we're not in contact with you guys. We don't communicate with you. We are not in your communities. We don't eat your food. We don't listen to your music. We don't do anything, man. Heck, we don't even watch movies that you guys do anymore. I don't watch no Madea, no Tyler Perry bullshit. I don't understand that shit. You know what I'm saying? So maybe this is a good way to understand, and I hope maybe O'Shea watches this video so that he can also understand that he's not African. Okay? Because when O'Shea talks, he talks like he's an African professor, that he's entitled to some discoveries that he's come across on the African continent. No, you're not. It's okay. This is not xenophobic or shameful. No, it's just a realization. I'm a realist. I'm not going to fake these Pan-African terminologies. That Pan-Africanism is just an ideology. It's not a way of living. It's not science. It's an ideology. I don't have to buy into it. I'm more interested in regional integration amongst my African people and my Caribbean brothers and sisters. I think that's a more easy union. Okay, that's a more easy union. But when we're dealing with these guys from this part of the Atlantic, it's a very difficult experience. And I'm just saying this honestly, okay? I'm not even joking here. I'm just saying it honestly. It's a very, very difficult experience and much difficult for us to navigate. This is why you are right. I think you are right. You've overstayed your welcome. I don't think you were ever welcomed because you didn't go there with the right attitude. And maybe you should change that fundraiser and ask your audience to fundraise for you to go home. File for the papers for your girl, marry her, file the papers, come back to the US, get a regular job, still do your YouTube on the side, and have some beautiful babies, and get your credit together, get you a regular job, or maybe get an education or whatever you want to do with your life. I'm sure she's already educated. She can be working while you go to school or while you work part-time. Put your life together, raise some beautiful kids, confess to the Lord, find a church, okay? And go to therapy too, because you have some problems. Go to therapy, it'll help you, and this trauma, I understand, when you are raised by a single mom that is shaky, because his mom is a little bit shaky from those videos that we have. When you're raised by a single mom that is also shaky and all over the place, you need to get constant therapy to work through it so that you can grow with that guidance that you are missing in your youth, right? But the way you're going about the world, traveling helps you a little bit. It's supposed to open your mind and expose you to cultures. But Austin is a bigger idiot that all this traveling he's done, he's still hateful towards the Africans. When things don't go his way, he's emotional. So I don't know, man. I think this is a wasted life. This is one of those things that sometimes God make mistakes, okay? And I think this guy existing may be a mistake, if not, but him finding Africa was a mistake. I don't think that came from God, okay? It may have been God's plan to give him life, but it was not God's plan for him to be in Africa because he didn't go there with the right intentions. And I think this is why he needs to come home. Time to come home, buddy.
Again, it sounds like bribery, and that's Africa's problem. The number one killer in Africa is bribery. Why do I say that? Because now here I am with a person with a pretty decent sized following, and I'm deciding that I'm going to badmouth your establishment rather than promote it the way how I've been doing. That's counterproductive.
So that was the Austin Holloman video, I don't know if Dave Smith has that video because he brought this up. So let's see, because Dave has that right repository. I don't know if Dave has the video of the, what do you call it? The upbringing, Let me see. Or let me just do a general Google search. Oh, my keyboard is so far away. Is that him? And you guys will have an idea. The person talking about parenting,
This.
I don't give a fuck about what you think. This is my house. I pay the bills here.
Okay, that's fine.
I pay the bills
Okay,
here.
that's fine.
I pay the electric.
That's fine.
You don't pay a motherfucking thing here.
Hold on. You
so
don't need to.
you don't like how I roll and you don't like how I move.
I don't give
Get
a
the
fuck how you
out.
roll. I will get the fuck out of here.
Then get the fuck out, nigga.
You get the fuck out of my face.
You get the fuck out. Who the fuck?
I'm talking to you. You get
bitch?
on. Shit. I ain't dealing with that shit.
You don't deal with it. Get your motherfucking bitch ass out of here by the
Man, fuck
morning. Get the fuck.
This is how this dude was raised, right? It fits the stereotype, talking about parenting. What a fucking idiot, This is how he was raised by a ratchet single mother. Which is a very common thing. This is why he can't come back to the US. Because he doesn't have any property here. So when he comes here, he has to go live with mama. Okay? It's spelled M-O-M-M-A, mama. He has to go live with mama. And if you live with mama, he's a drunk, she's a drunk. This is what he's going to be dealing with. This is how this dude grew up. So all the things you are seeing, the scamming and all these activities, it has a source. We don't grow up like this. He lives in Africa. He can tell y'all. We don't grow up like this. We don't have moms that speak like that. Even the brokest mom on the African continent doesn't speak like this to their child. It's like children having children. Come on, man. Come on, dog. This is what we're dealing with.
Okay, that's fine.
I pay the bills
Okay,
here.
that's fine.
I pay
That's-
the electric.
that's fine.
You don't pay a motherfucking thing
you don't,
here.
hold on, you
so
don't need to.
you don't like
don't-
how I roll and you don't like how I move.
I don't give
Get
a
the
fuck how you
out.
roll. I will get the fuck out of
Then
here.
get the fuck out,
You
nigga.
get the fuck out of my face.
You get the fuck out. Who the fuck?
I'm talking to you. You get
bitch?
on. Shit. I ain't dealing with that shit.
You don't deal with it. Get your motherfucking bitch ass out of here by the
Man, fuck
morning. Get the fuck out. Me and Major don't have to deal with you.
You could. See, now I have control over my own attitude, but I'm not gonna lie to you. If that would have been a girl, I probably would have punched that bitch.
You can get your motherfucking dusty ass out of here. I'm not
No,
gonna play
damn
with
dusty.
you, and I don't care how you feel.
Even Mama knows he was a dust. He was dusting it up here. He wasn't doing well. I showed you guys the receipts, right? He was really dusting it up. So this was like, you guys have been giving money to some idiot all these years, and now he's scamming you, and you know where the scams come from, right? This is how he grew up. Birth of a passport, bro. Man, whoever did this is killer, man.
It doesn't matter to me. This is my place, and you will not disrespect me. Period. Point blank. And you can do and think whatever you want, but get your ass out of here by the morning and take your Buick LaCrosse with your ass. I will buy me.
Oh, he does have a Buick LaCrosse. Look at all these bottom of the barrel motherfuckers in Africa telling us how to develop. Hey, O'Shea Duke Jackson is not any better. Let me get to him. You guys will see. Starting next week. O'Shea, I think O'Shea's upbringing is even worse than Austin Holloman's. So these are I don't know why we attracted these two. You know, like there's other black folks over there. I don't think they're acting a fool like this. But these two that we got, like, geez, man, and No Limit 80, these motherfuckers, these are the ones that are creating black fatigue in Africa. I think it's going to get worse, man. Just watch. Just watch, man.
Your car.
Are you sure?
Yes, I will.
Because I will take the car.
Yes, take it with you. Take it with you. I hope
I'll-
that motherfucker break down on the
I'll
side.
ship it back to Paraguay.
Take it. Take it. Take it. You are a loser.
Damn, so he was a passport bro. All the money you guys gave him, he bought a Buick LaCrosse. God damn. God damn, Austin. God damn, man. YouTube is a very unfair place. Talking to dude, arguing with dudes that drive Buick LaCrosses, man. What the fuck? What the
Thanks
fuck?
for the tip.
I'll ship it back to Paraguay.
Take it. Take it. Take it. You are a loser just like your fucking daddy.
And that's how my dad beat her ass.
Yeah. You see, it's coming out, man. They're all abusive, man. Daddy beating ass. You know, all kinds of bullshit going on. Jada, thanks for that support. Thank you, Jada. It's supposed to give you a shout out, but it looks like it's just dancing and not doing a shout out. Thank you. I appreciate you. Let's go.
No, I'm not deleting shit.
So that's how this dude grew up, you know? Is there a... Yeah, that's how your man's grew up, man. That's how your man's grew up. Well, I was looking for, let's look at that fundraiser. Let's see how that fundraiser is doing. Okay, before we got on, it was $969. Let's refresh that. No donations. Man, how you guys treating my boy like that, man? Go over there, give your boys some money, man. Alicia's money is now 8 days old. It's been more than a week. No new donations. Before Alicia was this anonymous that I think is probably one of his homeboys 12 days ago. This thing has died. A lot of these guys I gave were earlier on, about 23 days ago. before I found out about this, right? So soon as the message got out there, and in Kenya, it's in WhatsApp groups now. Like the Americans that live in Kenya, they all know he's scamming. Even they know it's a scam because, of course, they live in Kenya. So they know that Kenya does not need this, right? So even they knew it was a scam. That's why they're calling him a scammer, because they know it's a scam. If you're an American and you live in Kenya and you look at this GoFundMe, you will know it's a scam. So it's very easy for them to know that it's a scam. That's why there's no American that lives in Kenya pushing back on my message. And I proved to you why it was a scam. I actually had to prove it to you. Those guys in Kenya that are Americans, they don't need to prove anything. They live there, so they know when these things are a scam. And I think that people got the message. Even though they're going to come in our comment sections and act a fool from time to time because they are trying to side with their tribe, Africans were not going to give him money for this. It was you Americans that you're going to give him money for this. It was your money that was going to go to this bullshit. He was going to smoke cigars with it, screw prostitutes with it, and get drunk with it. That's all he's done with your money. He just told us in this same video, if you believe him or not, that he spent more than $15,000 in the last 3 years at that cafe where he got kicked out, at that restaurant. Or $15,000 can buy you an apartment somewhere in Nairobi, right? That's what he's saying. I don't think so, but maybe you could. But if he was thinking in the right mind, maybe that's what he should have done. But he didn't. He drank all the money. So this GoFundMe was just to live big, pay for maintenance for Z, and not build anything. And he got caught and he got exposed. This was his last move. And for those that keep saying, oh, you're obsessed with him, go and give him money. Well, how come you don't go give him money? You know it's a scam too. That's why you're not giving him money. You go give him some money. Why are you not going to give him some money? Okay. You're over here telling me that what I'm doing is not right, but you're not giving him money. And when the boy is doing, when he's doing YouTube, he streams, he gives you guys 11-hour live streams, 11 hours. And what do? You give him $1 super chats after streaming for 11 whole hours. Y'all need to do better, man. You let the man stream for 11 hours and you give him $0.99. It wasn't even a full dollar. It was 99 cents. That's why he's scamming y'all. And I'm exposing it, and you're turning around and you're hitting back at me only because I'm African. If I was a black American dude that exposed this, you guys would have been, oh, dude, man, yeah, man, yeah, man. Nah, because it was a tether that found out this was a scam, that now I am the problem. Even though he is the problem. This has nothing to do with white supremacy. This has nothing to do with racism or tribalism, okay? This was a scam. You see the names here? Do you see any African? Do you see any Ubuntu here? There is no Ubuntu here. Alicia Dove is FBA. Kahari Velez is Latino. Cyril Hughes is FBA. These are all your people. There's some white boys in there, some Mexicans, some girls, even some women gave. Some women gave. So I'm not the problem. The candidate that you guys sent us is the problem. And this is why this GoFundMe died. If I didn't intervene, this thing was growing like wildfire when he launched it, okay? I think this $500 is Austin Holloman. But for hypotheticals, let's assume it's not. Look how quickly he raised funds the first 7 days. For you to know which ones are the first 7 days, anything that is 23 days or less, right? If you 23 to about maybe 17 days, right? If you look back, that's where all the donations came from. It's the day he launched. He launched it right here. First donor, 23 days. This one, 23 days, 19, 20, 21 days. All these donations came within the first 4 days of launching the fund. I caught on to it right about that time, right about day 4. And that's where it slowed down. So a lot of people did listen. Whatever we did was effective. People listened. And even he, Austin Holloman, knows it's a scam. If it wasn't a scam, he would be suing for defamation. And he cannot. Because of phrases like this. You know, this is what I'm saying. Because he wasn't mature, even going to Africa, he still went there with his neo-colonialist mindset. He says, look, we all know that Africa needs this. Blacks, you know, my favorite people, the blacks, we are not the problem. You guys are the problem. We're not the problem. We're not doing, even when people tell you to go to Africa and to repatriate to Africa, the people that are scamming you are your own people in the community. Black Americans that have YouTube channels that have name recognition on YouTube and have created content and courses about moving to Africa, design these courses to take money from other black people. If you really have real intent of moving to Africa, there's 3 million black diasporans, black immigrants living in the United States of America, maybe more. You couldn't reach out to one of them, which most of them will give you more valuable information, on the ground help for no money, for free. You skip that and you go to your tribe, and then you call us tribalists. And then when you go there, they scam you. They let you buy shitty courses. And when you go to Africa, they want to be middlemen when you're trying to buy property. And they steal from you. Your own community sets sharp in Africa to steal from you. And if I didn't catch this idiot would have shot for $50,000 on the backs of black Americans. I did you guys a solid. So you can talk all the shit you want in the comment section. You know, next time I may not say anything. Give him your money. You know, if it makes you feel good, this fundraiser is still up. Go on and give him some money. Give him $10, give him $20. Help him get to the goal so that he can give scholarships to some Africans. He can teach them how to cut FBA hair. We got no hairlines, man. There's nothing to cut over there. We are bald. We're all balding over there. There's nothing to cut. Anyway, let me wrap this up. I got to work tomorrow. Let me pick up my main screen so that I can give you guys an outro and greet you guys. Damn, 130. How many? There's that many people in the house? Salute to all the people that are watching. That's a lot of people, man. That's a lot of people. 139? Why? Why this many people? Am I being bothered? Because I don't get this many people. But the comments do suggest there's that many people in the house because you guys have been active. You've been great tonight. Let's see, right about 1 hour, 40 minutes. Anyway, I hate to leave that many people hanging, but this guy is saying, what did this guy do? Oh, he got kicked out of a restaurant. He's scamming his community. You know? Hey, Austin, there's more people in the house than your live stream today. And this YouTube channel only has 1,800, I think 1,700 subs. And we're doing numbers equivalent to people that have 50,000 subs. That's crazy. That's crazy. Anyway, you guys, y'all have a great night. That means we're telling the truth. Okay? People are here for the truth. Okay? Not these YouTube channels. Oh, man, I got to give you this, guy. I have to do this before I leave. I need to find you a video from Men Tuition. I hope it's still up. I hope you guys can give me 5 minutes to cover this topic. If you don't know, so Men Tuition, Fat Slim, okay? Fat Slim. You see these guys? Men Tuition, these are horrible, horrible, horrible guys. They used to have, I think, a big YouTube channel some years ago. and they did some illegality, so YouTube deleted their channel. And they've tried to come back on YouTube. And when they came back on YouTube, they even got demonetized. And now I think they've sorted out their monetization. So they've decided to move to Colombia together. And I kid you not, these grown-ass men, I think one of them was a trucker, quit his job to go live in Colombia to be a party promoter. They are there so that they can do parties on yachts with big booty Latinas, okay? Yeah, you know. And it looks like because Colombia is cracking down on people that do this type of content, they haven't been that successful. So they started doing fundraisers on YouTube. So when they do live streams like me, they call them fundies, which means like every word they say, they ask you for money, and then they tell you to hit a PayPal and hit a Cash App. Right? They're not really interested in giving you content. They don't like what they're doing. They're interested mostly in your money. So like after every segment, they'll say, hit the Cash App. All right. So these guys, they were beefing another guy, and their beef is because the other guy is of Nigerian descent. He's Nigerian American, but he's an idiot too. So I don't know that I'm supporting him here. But the reason I bring the Homie Hub here is that these fuckers only have 1,700 subs, and they quit their jobs to go live on YouTube money to live in Colombia so they can be clapping cheeks. And the two of them are living like roommates, like little kids, like what we used to do in college, right? Let me play you a little bit of that video so you get a point on how disorganized they are. I think this is one of the videos here. But I just want to show, either way, it's still this one. I think this was that video.
Again, we're not beefing with anybody. It's just we like to clear our name and show you guys the hypocrisy. Coming.
So they start their live streams like this. They start live streams by shaking their heads. Okay, that's part of their script. And then they have a screen behind them. They got all these wires hanging out. But let me see. We might have to like skip through this a little bit. I wish I keyed this so that I don't hold you up too much. Anyway, yeah, let's see. But just to give you a gist of it. So we call them fat slim because this one is obese and this one is slim. And nothing against obese people and nothing against slim people. I'm a slim dude myself. But when it's this much of a contrast and you're working together, it looks funny. So I call them fat slim.
We've been getting a lot of hate. Not even a lot of hate, a little bit of hate. A little bit of hate. There's been so much love, man. Me and Steve, like, shit, we can't even really go no with the channel.
So if you see the frames breaking up and cutting, that is not me. That is them. These idiots fired up a live stream, cranked it up to 1080p HD, but they didn't have the right internet to support that bandwidth. But of course, they're idiots. They don't understand how this works. So they kept figuring out how to fix the internet. They're like, what do we do? What do we do? And then the shit will cut off every time. Somebody's in the comment section. Andrew Shaw, Jamaican, Homies Hub, Nigerian, Nana, Ghanaian, Back Travel, Sudanese are all terrorists. Yeah. I'm the president.
Really fuck with y'all. Every place we going, we seeing subs, y'all showing up. It's all love there. But then on top of that, the mafia just really showing out. All of y'all just shit, man. Y'all have.
So every frame freeze is from them. This is how they were streaming. You see, this whole time I haven't paused. This is them on a live stream. They couldn't get their internet together. They are talking about terrorists, but they can't get their internet together. And that's what I've noticed with Black America. It's a very transactional culture. When things don't go their way, they don't like competition. These guys are only bringing division in a space that they've coexisted together only because they are not getting enough views. And they are frustrated because they are making $100 a month on YouTube without a donation. They're making $100 a month and they have to split that $100 up. So if you can look at their face, it's frustration. The big dude is a truck driver. He should be over here on the road driving to make some money. The other dude I heard was living with his mama. So this is their first attempt at freedom to go live together and build this man tuition bullshit out as a project. They really think they can grow this. They have wires hanging in the back, can't get the internet to work. I kid you not, these motherfuckers, I hope you can see it. They had this on at 1080p premium, the highest bit rate of streaming with choppy internet. This should have been set at 780p, but that's not what they did. 720p, that's not what they did. Choppy internet. How can you grow a channel like this? And then you have to live off this channel. Instead of being accountable for being a horrible competitor, you know what they've done? They have instead decided to blame somebody's nationality because the Homies Hub is of Nigerian descent.
All right, my bad, chat.
This was all playing. The same time I was talking, that shit was playing. This is when they came back. The Homies Hub guy is born and raised in America to Nigerian parents. But yet they don't even he talks like them. He sounds like them. He doesn't sound like me. If you don't sound like me, you don't really know Africa like that then, right? They grew up here. They're Americans. And he's embraced your culture. When somebody embraces your culture, it's a good thing. You should enjoy it. When people come to Africa and they embrace my culture, I love it. I love to hear a white man speak my local language. That's the best. Whenever I hear that, that's the best present ever. Okay? But over here, you're too protective. You're not a competitive group. You know, like, why are you complaining when your YouTube channel is just as small as mine? These guys have been on the internet for like maybe 8 years or 9 years, trying to get back their glory days. And it's not going well. But if it's not going well, why are you blaming the Nigerian man? He's got nothing to do with this. You suck. That's why your shit is not working. Your shit is not working because you don't understand the technology you're working with. You have low bandwidth internet and you decided to stream in 1080p premium. Are you an idiot? And then you're doing that at 30 frames per second. You got to learn the basics. If this is what you want to do, you have to run a speed test to make sure you have the right internet speed. And there's, AI will help you figure it out if you don't know math. And it took them like almost an hour in the stream. They still couldn't figure it out. They were going cable, switching. And I said, man, drop the fucking frames. That's all you're supposed to do. Thank me later. Okay? So these are the idiots that we're dealing with. Anti-competitors. YouTube is a free, open platform. Compete. Have I sat here and cry about O'Shea's views? No, I don't. I have to compete. So you go out there and you compete. It's an open platform. Create your own content and compete. Stop blaming the tether. We've got nothing to do with this bullshit. This is what you are presenting. I'll let this play out a little bit.
We're trying to work out these technical difficulties before the show.
We back.
The internet was acting up. And so we didn't have the Starlink fired up. So we had to fire that up and get that going. But yeah, that's up now. We're on that now. We're hoping that solves the issue. We haven't really had to use that. We've had faster internet. So we've been doing that. But yeah, I think we back.
All right, we good, chat. Sorry, man. We just loaded up the Starlink. It takes it like sometimes 30 minutes, 45 minutes to get all the satellites. We got it outside. We're gonna hopefully it stays good, chat. But we'll put it back up on the screen here in a second. But yeah, chat. So what was I saying? We were talking about the just support from you guys, man. Shout out to Tim M. Been a member for 15 months, man. Really been fucking with us way longer than that. But Tim M, thank you so much for just being there for us. And we salute to you, man. Thank you again for your service and just rocking with the channel, man. Shout out to, let's do a roll call.
We got Calais. We got King H.
What's good?
We got our guy Cornell. We got Shabby Kid. We got Quave.
Shout out.
We got Mexico. We got Kev B. Note the Self Guy.
Yes, sir.
Who else we got? Mr. Miyagi, Mr. Instant Classic, The Child, Cigar Music. Yeah, y'all liking the setup. I see that.
Appreciate y'all.
G Money. In the Streets with Keith. Shout out to him.
Yes, sir. Shout out to Keith, man. Keith is we talked with Keith the last show, and Keith really said some crazy shit that really.
Oh my God! Did you see what Keith did?
I mean, we kind of thought about it, but we needed you always need to talk to other people, get other opinions, and Keith kind of just was saying, man, you got to create. So, Chad, we really weren't even gonna go live as much, like even on this show, but the travel space needs us. Y'all need us. We need y'all. We got to keep creating, man, no matter what. So, like I said, me and Al got some really cool stuff in store for y'all. Maybe we'll bring up a clip or two just to show y'all like what we got. I'll put something on. I'll show y'all some shit.
We got some shit cooking, chat. We got a ton of stuff. Me and Steve are gonna get to work super hard. Like Steve said, we got some stuff coming up this week. It's gonna be a little difficult. After this week, we are gonna start seeing way in. We're dropping a drop.
So you get the point. All the choppiness you just saw was still going on. And it gets worse. I don't want to bore you guys with it. But this is what they presented to their audience. And instead of them looking at themselves, doing a playback to their videos and figuring out, okay, we need to do better. We need to maybe make sure our bandwidth is right. We need to understand the technology we are using. How much frames per second, how much bandwidth we need, how much upload speed we need to configure it to where you can get it right. You need to test these things out. You guys know I do test streams sometimes to test it out so that your audience knows that it's a test. So if something goes off, they still know it's a test. But once you fire it up and you're live, it's presentation. You got to present to the audience something good, especially these guys because they fundraise. This live stream was a fundraiser, right? So if you're doing something to take money out of people's pockets, I think you owe it to your audience to present them something better. It's out of respect. At least give them something better. Not making excuses, apologizing, and now they're blaming us Africans for their low views and their travel. They blame people for their problems, man. Like, when are you going to stop? At some point, it's ridiculous, man. At some point, you just got to stop, man. It's you, motherfucker. It's you. Okay? Your shit stinks because you don't put in the right work. You don't have the right energy. And this type of content has been suppressed by YouTube. And the Colombians, they don't want their country to be seen as a whorehouse. So they are cracking down on people like you, and eventually they're going to kick you guys out. These guys promote prostitution on the internet. They show you where to buy prostitutes. That's what this whole channel is about. Two grown men living like college roommates in 2026. Man, Black America, man, y'all got to do better, man. This shit is ridiculous. But anyway, good night to everybody. I got to get some sleep in and get ready for work tomorrow. Thanks for coming by. We'll see ya. Let me give you some outro. Why not? Let's do that outro. Let's do that outro, man. Let's do that outro. Let's do that outro. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. All right. Where are we?